Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk a little bit about how one of the Stanford work teams has used the concept of wikis for training, teaching, and learning. And my name is Annie Hahn. I am an academic affairs manager in the School of Medicine, Department of Medicine, and I'm joined by my colleague, Vanessa Mallare, one of our terrific faculty affairs administrators on the team. What is a wiki? It's simply a website that allows you to manipulate content, usually for a knowledge base that will help bring that knowledge into a group of people or a community or team. In our case, we used it for team purposes. Because we work in academic affairs, we were really wondering how kind of post-pandemic, can Stanford work teams that are hybrid or remote think about how they can continue to train and maintain a high degree of competency in the work that they do? And so what we came up with was a wiki, and thankfully Stanford has amazing resources to be able to offer these kinds of things to students, academics, and staff. And we utilized a medical school software called MedWiki. I believe there's another one that's offered university-wide called WordPress. And we wanted to see how we could create a transformation of learning across our team, despite being remote, hybrid, and not a site-based team at Stanford. So what we came up with is we made a wiki project team to see how we could develop a team-based wiki for our project, which was on-the-job training and learning in Stanford's academic affairs arena. We are from the Department of Medicine, School of Medicine, so we have a pretty specific context by which we operate in the world of academic affairs. But for many of our team members who have various years of experience, we wanted to see if we could use something that was an online tool to promote on-the-job competence, on-the-job continuous learning, as well as see if we could develop a community of practice despite being remote. So as you can see, we had a team, and these are kind of roles that we organically kind of came to through the process of working on this MedWiki or wiki site for on-the-job learning across our team members. We found that we needed a project sponsor and a project manager to really drive the learning and content that would go into this software, and how to utilize it across a team of 9. We also had an executive sponsor who was supportive of the project and how they could help organizationally drive it forward, as well as a subject matter expert who was really someone involved in the content expertise of what went onto the site, as well as a technical analyst for helping to build the functional aspects of the wiki, the technology aspects of the wiki, as well as project team members who were invaluable to building the wiki, maintaining it, and continuing to learn from it over time. So we thought one offering we could share here at the Teach Conference is kind of the project management plan outline we used across our project team to build and maintain this wiki so that it promotes continuous learning and on-the-job training. And what we found was it took about a year to build it out to a high degree of use. We have kind of put an end date for the project functionally, but really it has been a continuous learning effort and a continuous addition project across the team as we get new content areas that we feel are productive for a team's project use. We've went ahead and built that out thoughtfully as part of the site. And then finally, milestones and dependencies of any project across a group of people. We mapped these out so that the wiki does not stay a static project or one that is in use for a short period and then perhaps shelved, but is continuously in use and growing and developing just as the team's knowledge base is continuing to develop and grow. So we implemented our particular wiki site across the team for a year, and it was primarily used for on-the-job training across team members who were novice all the way to expert in the world of Stanford academic affairs. And what we found was through surveying our team, through qualitative comments, we got a lot of great feedback about the use and introduction of a wiki for learning across a project team. So as you can see, some of the words that really stood out to the team were things like useful, collaborative, on the job, reference, training, guidance, quality, knowledge. And these are all words that we felt were so important to creating a organic and growing community of practice among our team and our extended teams. I'm going to invite my colleague Vanessa to share a little bit about her own experience using the wiki. She is, at the start of the wiki, she was one of our novice team members, but was able to really experience the use of the wiki from a user perspective.
Thank you, Annie. Yes, my name's Vanessa. Hi, everyone. I actually came onto this job just about 7 months ago now, and I previously came from another medical field. And coming into this, it's been quite different because I haven't worked in faculty affairs before. I did work with lots of doctors prior, so I have that experience to behind that. But as I can say for a MedWiki, I think it's very vital in learning a job and doing the work experience and learning what your job is going to be like even before you start. And I know a lot of us wish we had a handbook when we transition to different parts of our lives, including different jobs, and not just with education, how we can also filter that into the workplace. And the MedWiki was actually very helpful for me. In college, I had something similar. And before even working in medical, I worked in corporate for a few years. And we had SharePoint sites. And those were just, the beginnings of learnings in the workplace. Then also SharePoints started to develop into more, like MedWikis. So they do help you, especially if you want to transition to something completely different. It was very, very helpful for me. And I feel like very, very grateful that I was able to have this part of my job coming in already. And thank you to the team for developing such a good MedWiki. I don't think I would have been able to grasp onto this job as quickly as I have because of it. So I think it's great to also incorporate learning still further into the workplace as well.
Thanks, Vanessa.
Thank you.
So yeah, this was something that we hope could be a good word guide for others that would be interested in implementing wikis on their team as part of training and learning. I know some use wikis for really diverse purposes across their work, whether that's research project teams, whether that's a team that relies on SOPs to complete their work at the university, or of course for faculty student academic projects and managing that process year to year. So we hope this small case that we have of using this educational software would be valuable to a lot of different applications across university teams. The last thing I wanted to share is, we do just have 10 short minutes, which we tried to condense kind of a year's labor of love on this project. But if you would like to view more resources that you can use to implement wikis for yourself and your teams, we do have available a very simplified wiki project management template. You're welcome to view and use it, as well as a project poster that kind of goes over more of our story and how we implemented and used it. So please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to send you these QR codes and links in case you want to reference them in the future. But we hope this will be something that is enriching for however people in the community at Stanford use it. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Annie and Vanessa. Thank you.